He 1K starting bell, sponsored, 100% withdrawable. A lot of people were like, oh my god, Kurt, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're going to start off with 50 bait, 50 green. You're probably thinking more abstract than that. You're thinking, what are you doing with 1K sponsored? They offered it, and I'm probably going to lose it, so it doesn't really matter. You're saying, oh my god, is this an invitation? Should I depot and do what Kurt does? If you did what I did, you wouldn't depot. I'm not depoting on this recording. I might do it off camera, right? Can't be shamed, but don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna lose. It's just how the cookie crumbles. Not even really a cookie. It's kind of like a shit sandwich. And you take a bite and you say, oh my god, that tastes like shit. Big surprise, big surprise. Anyway, we're probably gonna be done in one single battle, and it's shared. So, do it that way you want. Really think about that deeply. Think, doesn't seem like he's doing that hot. But we get a gold spin. Fuck ton of baits on dead shot. It is the most aggravating case. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good. 4.8. Battle is actually paid for in a four-way shared. That is a fucking Christmas miracle. Christmas in June. Who'd have thunk it? Beautiful stuff. Hate to see it. Hate to see it happen to me. I don't deserve it. Final case, one more. We should be done. I'm sure a lot of other people will be like, oh my god, that's exciting. You actually got a win. You should be done. We're kind of due on bait green though. We missed those two at the very start of the video, so I'll chase a little bit. We're going to cut it down a lot. I don't have an editor. So my big constraint when making these videos is I edit things until I don't find them super boring, and I have a very short attention span, Not the greatest. So we cut a lot of it out. 55 on bait green, missed both times, whatever. What about that battle we hung up? Bullseye gold spin. Anything good? That's on the better half. Not that much better, but it is on the better half. There's some items in that case that just fucking blow. Speaking of cases that have items that fucking blow, the overgrowth case, the ugly one on the caseception, it sucks. I will die on the fucking hill. It should not be in the gold spin, because look at that. Glock Bullet Queen, that was a 5% case, and it's 20 fucking bucks. So I don't know. I don't know if that really qualifies as, and I'm no mathematician, I'm no scholar, but I don't know if that qualifies. We get a better one this time. I don't know the names of all the caseceptions. I'm not learning the fucking names. That's okay. Kind of teased me with the 1 over from the 4 times AK. 4 times IBP, whatever. One more hit. These are all back to back, and you're thinking, Kurt, you are making a killing right now. But keep in mind, look up at the top of your screen. What's that little symbol? That is shared mode. It is shared mode. And we get another Bullet Queen, because why the fuck not? Just shit in my fucking Cheerios. Got all the way to the end. We were off to a great start, and still lost. We had like 4 1% tickets. Still lost. Still lost value on that battle. I know how this is gonna end. It always does. I'm gonna turn on fast mode, and I'm gonna take the rest and I'll do something with it depending on if we lose or not. But I'm gonna turn on fast mode and I'm gonna speed it up. I just can't be bothered. Cannot be bothered. 8 cases deep, nothing has happened. 11 cases deep, nothing has happened. But we slow down. Gold spin on tightrope. There are 2 great items in there. That's the worst one. That's the worst item on that case. 2 for 2 on getting the shittiest possible thing. 1 case later, that would have been a no-wait ticket. 1% would have been like 5K. But fuck me, right? But fuck me. Whatever. 70 coins back. I get 1/10 of the battle back. Sharing that, by the way. That was sharing. Stupid shit. I'm just gonna throw the rest on bait green. You're thinking that seems like a big waste. Fuck you. 1 miss. Should play it smart. Instead, I'm like, we could split this between 2 all-ins. So I'm gonna do that. 81 coin on bait and green. My Wi-Fi cuts out. Don't even get to see it. Who'd have thunk it? Some people blame the site, but that one's actually on me. So gotta refresh it, re-upload it. Yeah. 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 Not the greatest. Yeah. Go to test 100. Don't play though. You know, just don't play. You're not gonna win. You're probably gonna lose. Not probably. You will. You know, you might want to gamble, but that is a wager I guarantee you I'll win.